Alright, today we're going to talk about single pole double throw switches, or more commonly known as a three-way switch. I was recently in a conversation with somebody and they were asking about having two switches control a single light in their home. I tried to explain how the switch worked and how to wire it up, and they didn't get it. I told them, go check it out on YouTube. There's got to be a million videos out there, and they responded saying that there were, but there was nothing that was really easy to understand and that provided a practical explanation on how the switch actually worked. So that's what we're going to do here today. I'm going to wire it up. I'm going to show you how it works, and it's going to be fun. All right, let's get started. All right, before we wire these up, I thought we'd take a quick look at the switches themselves. You can see out of the box here, each one has 4 terminals. And each one will have one terminal that is a ground terminal, and it's usually signified by a green screw, and it's going to be going into the frame or mounting plate. And I did cover the importance and the functionality of a ground wire in a previous video. I'll link to that right here. I'll throw a card out on the side here, okay? But otherwise, we've got 2 terminals on the top here, or across from each other, and then we've got one down at the bottom, and it may be labeled common like this one is, okay? So the wires coming off these 2 terminals that are across from each other are going to be used to connect the switches together, and those wires will be called the traveler wires. So for the purposes of this video, I may refer to these terminals as traveler terminals, all right? Let's go ahead and see what's going on when we actually flip the switch. All right, so I'm going to quickly show you what's going on when we actually toggle the switch here. In order to do that, I'm going to use my multimeter in continuity mode. Now, for the purpose of this video, we can just interchange continuity with connectivity. And we should hear a tone like this when we have continuity. All right, I've got my black lead connected to the common terminal. And keep in mind that the switch orientation could be in either direction when it's in the wall, but I'm going to keep the common terminal on the bottom on both switches when we wire it up, okay? So right now I'm going to test for connectivity or continuity between this common terminal and this upper right traveler terminal. And there is none. Now I'll test between this common terminal and this upper left traveler terminal. And we have connectivity. Now I'm going to flip this switch, and we have none. And now we have connectivity between this common terminal and this upper right traveler terminal. So what that means is, essentially, this switch is toggling continuity between this common terminal and this upper left traveler terminal. And then when we flip the switch to this position, we're toggling the continuity from this common terminal to this upper right traveler terminal, okay? That's important. We're going to need to wire these up, and you'll see how that actually plays a part in allowing both switches to operate the light, outlet, or appliance. All right, you can see I have things wired up here, and I'm just using these light gauge test leads, and I'm using 3 AAA batteries, and along with an LED light. But the 3-way switch functionality is there, and that's what's important. I've also used the correct wire colors. Obviously, you'd be using probably Romex in the appropriately gauged wire. So let's just kind of read this circuit from left to right, because that's the way I've wired it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's how they'll always be, okay? So let's just say, for the sake of this demonstration, that this is our power source. It could be our breaker box, our panel. We could be getting current from, say, a nearby outlet. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to come directly from your panel. The important thing to know is that current is coming in over this black wire to this common terminal. Okay. Now remember, when we tested for continuity, when the switch, this particular switch, during this orientation was in the down position, we had continuity between this common terminal and this upper left traveler terminal. So that means that current would be flowing over this black wire and coming into this upper right. This is because I have it wired up that way. Traveler terminal. Okay. This switch, when it's in the down position, we would have continuity between the common terminal and the upper left traveler terminal. So I'm just going to flip to the up position. Okay. So we've just basically created continuity between these 2 terminals. They were here. Now it's here. And that allows us to complete the circuit out over this black wire up to the light. And then I've got a white wire here signifying your neutral, but obviously we're using DC here, okay? So let's just run through right now. We have current coming in. I've toggled the switch to the up position, which, if you remember, we had continuity between the common and the upper right traveler terminal at this point. So that means current would be flowing out over this red wire. The problem is, when this right switch is in the up position, we have continuity here and here. But we don't have continuity between the common and the upper left. So if I toggle it down, it creates continuity here, allows us to complete the circuit. So all that's happening is, each of these switches is toggling continuity between the common and one of the two traveler terminals, which is then toggling current between the two traveler wires. And when the switches are wired in this fashion, it allows you to operate them with two switches, all right? Pretty simple, straightforward, but it's just easier when you can see it and see what's actually going on. So next week, I'll add a third switch, okay? It'll be a four-way switch, a two-pole double throw is what it's actually called, and we'll see how that wires in, all right? Hey, thanks for watching. Hopefully this video has been helpful. I hope I was able to provide a practical understanding of how this actually works. It's really very simple, but when the switches are in the wall, it's just kind of hard to grasp, I guess. So leave questions and comments below. If you want to see more of this type of stuff, hit that subscribe button right there, all right? Thanks for watching. Have fun.